afternoon, good evening, and good night. Welcome back to Abstract Medicine. I hope you're all doing well. The word good morning was the first word I have uttered this morning, today. So you're going to be joining me on a fresh new morning, a fresh new day, a fresh new reading. And today I leave for London. Yay! So naturally I'm going to be doing a reading. It's going to be a love reading, so cleansing the space with some beautiful copal incense. If you see the smoke coming in and out, then it's meant for you. It's meant to cleanse you. All right, so today we're going to be doing a love reading, and we're going to be picking 3 piles. Okay, so there's going to be 3 piles today. This one is going to be pile 1, this one is going to be pile 2, and this one is going to be pile 3. So hold on 1 second before you select your pile. There's also going to be a card for each pile. Angels, ancestors, guides, please help me to deliver messages for the collective today with regard to the love life. Okay, one more for pile 3, please. Too many cards. Thank you. My cards are very, very happy to be looked at today. Just ignore the glare. There's a glare here, but just ignore it, okay? So, let's have a look. So in a few moments, I'm going to be showing you each pile, and you will be looking at each pile, and then you'll be making your selection. The timestamps are going to be below in the description box. This one's going to be pile 1, this one's going to be pile 2, this one is going to be pile 3. So pile 1, we have the dog paw with the 5 of wands, dog paw with the 5 of wands, pile 1. Pile 2, we have the ski goggles and the 6 of swords. We have the ski goggles and the 6 of swords. And pile 3, we have the water bottle, water container with the King of Swords, the water bottle with the King of Swords. This reading is going to be all about how this person is feeling about you and possibly what their actions are about those feelings. So how's this person feeling about you and what their actions are about these feelings? Okay, so description is below with the timestamps. You can choose every single pile. You can choose pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. You can choose 2 piles or all of them just to see how they resonate for you. Or maybe you can go and click a number generator, find a number generator on your search engine of choice, and there you'll be able to help yourselves with a particular number between 1 and 3. We're going to be starting with pile 1. So pile 1, how is this person feeling about you, pile 1? The 5 of wands. So to me, this person is possibly feeling a bit conflicted. They're conflicted, I feel, and I feel like this person is also seeing and checking you out. I'm hearing by spirit, they're checking you out and they're seeing how they can make moves towards you. I do feel like this person is to be trusted. I feel like they work in a very competitive industry, and I feel like, just with using my clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance abilities before you look into the cards, I feel like this person sees that there is a lot of people around you and a lot of competition. And I feel like this person is, I just heard highly charged. I just heard they're coming to get you, okay? They're highly charged and they're coming to get you. Picking up on Leo energy here, possibly Sagittarius or Aries in their chart, that this person is very driven. I feel like this person is also someone who's been working on their career, and I feel like they may have dropped the ball with you because they've been focusing on their career. This is someone who you're also possibly in a relationship with, or in a connection with at this time, or in communication with at this time. I do feel like this person is someone to be trusted. Pile 1, angels, ancestors, guides. Please help me deliver the messages for the collective. Who picked pile 1? How is this person feeling about pile 1, please, Spirit? How is this person feeling about pile 1? We have the King of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords. Let's get 3 more cards. The Knight of Cups, the Seven of Cups, the Judgment, and the Fool card. Okay. So I feel, oh, and we have the Four of Swords. Okay. So let me just tune into the energies. One moment, okay? One moment, pile 1. Let me rearrange a few things. King of Cups. If you want to skim through to the, skip through to the next portion, then you can do that. I'm just rearranging the cards and tuning into the energies. Okay, so this is necessary and this is important for me to address. I wasn't sure about reading the cards like this. I've had to rearrange the cards like this, so I wasn't sure whether to film this video for you, pile 1, where the cards are mirrored so that you're seeing my perspective. But I've turned it around so that you can see my perspective, and I feel like this is significant. So pile 1, this person, I feel like this person, you may have had a time out with them. Why do I say this? Because we have the Four of Swords, yeah. And you may have asserted your boundaries, or you may have said something that was quite stern, or you said something that wasn't working out for you. I just heard this, you may have put this person on a timeout, or you may have scolded them, or you may have, what was the word I heard, Spirit? Oh, you gave them an ultimatum. You may not resonate with this part, pile 1, but you may have given them an ultimatum. And I feel like some of you, I'm hearing, I'm too grown, I'm too tired, I'm too old for this ish. So you're coming across as very, very mature, pile 1. This is your energy. This is your energy. I feel like pile 1, this is your energy. You, pile 1, are wanting something stable. Pile 1, you're wanting to be in a relationship with someone who is mature, but also playful and fun, of course, I'm hearing. But you're wanting a mature relationship, and I do feel like you want the full platter, I'm hearing. Not just a plate, a platter. Not just one dish, you want the whole gourmet meal. 7 courses, that's what I'm hearing. So what I'm hearing is that you, pile 1, are someone who, right now you're finding this person someone that you can't trust, and I think you can trust this person. I just think that they were acting a little bit immature, and I think that I think they've come to a realization that they also want the same things with you as you. I don't feel like you've had a breakup with this person. I don't feel like there's any animosity between both of you. I just feel like there's been a bit of a time out. There's been a moment where maybe one of you is away or abroad, or both of you are abroad, because we have the Fool card is here. We have the energy of someone who is essentially starting a new journey, and this could be you or them having traveled. And they may have dropped the ball with communication or connecting with you and giving reciprocal energy towards you. And they're seeing things from your perspective now, but as I mentioned the cards earlier, they're seeing things from your perspective now. And I feel like they're seeing you as someone who is highly valued, and they want the same things as you. I don't think this person was ready. I don't feel like this person was ready for I feel like this person is mature, by the way. I do feel like this person is mature. I just don't think this person was quite ready. And I don't know what this readiness is about. I think this person wasn't sure. I think this, it's a feeling of slight insecurity, whether they feel like they can measure up to your standards. Because you come across as very regal, pile one. You have high standards, you know what you want, you know what you can achieve. You've done a lot of this on your own. You've done a lot of this life on your own, I'm hearing. You yourselves may be dark-skinned. You may be someone who, and I have to say this, okay? A lot of people who come from families who are immigrants, okay, have an immigrant work ethic. I myself am one of them, which means that I work very, very hard and I don't take anything for granted, because my parents had come to the UK for whatever reason. They made a life for themselves. Actually, my mum was really in France and in Spain. She was a model, but both of my parents met in London, and my dad was a travel agent. He had his own travel agency, so they were, pretty good, sort of upper middle class. But they worked hard. They worked hard for their career, and they had high standards, both of them. And then, of course, I come into play, and the rest is history. But you don't take for granted. Like, say for example, okay, this is a. I don't know if my mum's going to listen to this video, but if I say anything against the UK, she's like, "How dare you say that?" I mean, obviously not in all occasions, but if I say something against, I don't know, just like something that's very typically English, she's like, "How can you say, like, don't say that?" There's a need also to respect the country where you're from, whether it's through, whether you were somehow bizarrely born there, like myself. Both of my parents are Italian and South American, and so having a connection with London, in some ways there is a resonance there, because my grandmother was, I guess you would say, Irish. But in those days, Ireland was part of the colony. Ireland was part of the UK, but Ireland was part of England. My apologies. But she was born in Hong Kong and China, so there is a connection with England and the UK in general in some ways. But really, most of my family are in Italy and South America, so there's really actually no correlations. But I also do feel like there's something fated about, and the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because there's something fated about the fact that I was born there. It's a land of opportunity. London in particular is an amazing city, and for those of you who've lived there and you've visited it, you know how beautiful and international and wonderful and glorious it is, and it is. And I do feel like some of you are from London, some of you feel like you've never been able to fit in particular, maybe there was something different or non-English about you, But you make your own England, I'm hearing. You make your own England. And the England is also, there is a connection, of course, with the royal family, as you know. So I do also think that there is something important here where people are seeing you as royal. They're seeing you as a member of the royal family, in a sense that they're seeing you as someone who has great connections. They're seeing you as someone who has high standards. They're seeing you as maybe even being connected with the royal family, aristocracy, or somehow you go to great galas. And I feel like this person just doesn't feel like they can measure up with you. That's what I'm hearing, because they themselves may be, let's say, quintessentially English, you know, where they may be themselves Anglo-Saxon, but they don't even, they're like, how does she do it? I'm hearing, doesn't matter what gender you are. I mean, my natural direction is towards he and she, because I am straight, but take the messages as they resonate, and the pronouns that resonate for you, just for yourself, okay? And also, please don't be offended if I screw it up. You know, that it says a lot more about you than it does about me. And if you are offended, then maybe it's time to leave my channel, okay? So what I'm seeing here is that there is someone here who may be, let's say, typically Anglo-Saxon, and essentially has everything in the bag in order to qualify for high standards, aristocracy, qualify for great connections, qualify for meritocracy, because they went to Oxford University or Cambridge University, or they went to a private school, they went to boarding school. They have all these like people in high places, I'm hearing. And there's something about you, they're kind of, I feel like they're a little bit intimidated or even impressed by the fact that you have a natural ability or a natural talent, a natural grace to fall into place into these particular high societies, high echelon societies, okay? And I feel like they're impressed by that. They want to know how you've done it. And, you know, how you do it is because you are innately royal, pile one. This is what I'm hearing. You are innately royal. And there's nothing, no money in the world that can bring about this sense of high standards, because you are innately emitting that grace, that regality, that fondness for beautiful things. You like luxurious items, you love to gift yourself wonderful clothing. I'm hearing like you love to buy your own Birkin, you love to buy your own Hermes, you love to buy your own Ferragamo. Like, you do that for yourself. And I feel like because you're able to purchase the items that you want to purchase, these are physical material things. Yeah, this is giving me very Venusian energy. Someone who's very Venus ruled. It's a planet of beauty, of harmony, of gorgeousness, I'm hearing. You are also gorgeous, pile one. And I feel like this person is going, okay, well, now I have to give this person, you, as in you, these items, and I don't know if I can afford it, is what they're thinking. I don't know if I can afford these items. I don't know if I can buy, pile one, a Birkin. I don't know if I can buy, pile one, I don't know, like the latest tote bag from Coach, or I don't know, whatever it is. And I feel like this person is recognizing that it's not about that, but it kind of is about that. It's not about that, about material goods, but it's also about, actually, well, how do I just see that this person, pile one, isn't just about material things, but this person, as in she, is up to a high standard. And so she, excuse me, sneezing, she merits everything that she desires and needs because she is worthy of that. And she already knows that she's worthy of all these things. I don't have to tell pile one this, is what I'm hearing. I feel like this person is in love with you. I do feel like this person is in love with you. We have the King of Cups here. And I feel like this person wants to give back to you, but I feel like whatever they've given to you, whether it's through romantic gestures, whether it's through I don't know, like taking you out for dinner. I'm seeing a date, I'm seeing people going out for dinner, whether it's through going out for drinks or buying things for you. I feel like whatever those things have been, they've been very minuscule. And it's not to say that you are, I mean, you are kind of hard to get, but you're not playing those games, Pile 1, are you? Pile 1, you're not playing hard to get. You just, I feel like this person is kind of understanding, especially here with the Judgment card and the Fool card, that they've been a bit of a fool in love before, in other connections. And this person is realizing that they don't want to lose you, essentially. They don't want to lose you, and that you are someone who is helping them inadvertently somehow into a spiritual awakening about how they get to treat themselves too. Because by your standards and by your graceful nature, you are imparting wisdom and leadership. And this person is recognizing, well, actually, I'm seeing Pile 1, I'm seeing her as someone who really loves themselves. They really look after themselves. They're not waiting for people to get things for her, to buy things for her, to show her affection, to tell her that she's beautiful, or to tell her that she's attractive, or that she's well known. Even I just heard famous. She doesn't have to hear it from another source. She knows that from within. And your person, Pile 1, is someone who's really coming into this maturity. You know, we have the Knight of Cups coming into the King of Cups energy. So this person is learning through your leadership that it's not just about romantic gestures for its own sake. It's actually about romancing themselves, learning how to love themselves first. And I feel like you've triggered something within them that has been very positive. I don't feel like this is a negative trigger. I think it's a positive trigger. And I think they got a little bit scared when you put your foot down. And I think you're reminding them of a particular mother or a mother figure in their life who they obviously loved very much, and they still love. And I think that your person is seeing that you are exactly what you want, because you know what, in the end of the day, we marry our father, we marry our mother. And it's not in an Oedipus way, it's not in a Freudian way, like Freudian slip error. It's actually a fact that we are attracted to what we are brought up with. And I feel like this person has been brought up in a healthy household. And I feel like maybe you have too, or maybe you come from, again, this immigrant mentality where your parents, your family are from elsewhere, and you were born in another place that your parents don't belong to, maybe through the fact that you were adopted, or even you were a refugee, or maybe you were just born there for some bizarre reason because one of your parents is a diplomat or works in an embassy, or just loves to move around or travel a lot, or they just happen to be in a place and you were born there and you have like dual nationality or 3 nationalities because your parents moved around a lot. There's something here about your own sense of stability which you've had to find within yourself. And there's something really interesting because I was asked by my therapist actually, like, where do you find yourself to be more yourself in, whether it's in the UK or Los Angeles? I mean, and my response to her was, and it's funny because she asked me these interesting questions, not out of judgment, but because she's making me think about things. I guess it's like a cognitive behavioral therapy sort of way of asking questions. And my answer was, well, I bring myself everywhere, so it doesn't really matter where I am. But if I was to choose one particular place, I'd find more alignment within London, but also in Italy, in Italia, where I find the vortex there is more, in Italy in particular, is more of my alignment. But I also, I love London too. But you take yourself everywhere, Pole 1. So you've had to call your own sense of home in your heart space. And I honestly think that this person just doesn't know what to do, because they're like, they have everything. They don't need anyone. They have everything. And I was watching The Fifth Element yesterday. It's one of my favorite films. I like to come back to it again and again. And there's so many codes in there, by the way. There's so many like esoteric codes in that film. And that film is reminding me of you. You're perfect to this person. You're everything that this person's ever dreamed of. And you showed up, you came into their life somehow, and you said something, and they felt like they were about to lose you. And they said, okay, well, we need to change things up here. We need to do something about this, because we're going to lose Pole 1. We're going to lose her. I'm going to lose her if I don't do something about how I'm treating myself. Pole 1 is a mirror towards me. They're a mirror of how I get to be. And if I don't show up for myself, then someone else is going to show up for her. And they know that. And you know that too. You know that if this person doesn't do something about their insecurity, get help even like through therapy, or see that they matter, and that they see that they get to value themselves and get to find home within themselves, then you're out. And that's even if you've said that or not, they know that already. And I feel like, generally speaking, there's a new chapter happening in both of your lives. There's a new chapter happening in both of your lives. I feel like, Pole 1, you've already gone through your spiritual awakening. I feel like there is something, you're on the precipice for something new. And I feel like, to be honest with you, this person sees that you're going to be highly, highly acclaimed. This person sees that you're going to be worldwide famous. That's what I'm picking up on. And I see that they're learning how to have healthy attachments and healthy ways to communicate their love and affection. Because they've experienced in their life pretty crappy, modes of love and attachment, is what I'm seeing and hearing here. So they're learning how to be healthy in their love language. And it starts with them first and foremost, okay? Beautiful message. Let's keep these two cards out, the Judgment and the Fool card. There's a major change. There's definitely a different vibe in this connection that's taking place. That is something that I do see, Pole 1. I do see there's a healthy, I just heard healthy, okay. A healthy change in this connection, whether it's you moving on to something else and to pastures greener, or whether it's this connection having a restart, I'm hearing. Tell us about their actions, please. Tell us about Pole 1's action. Ooh. We have the Three of Swords and a Temperance card. I want to say that this person could be a life path number 2, or you yourselves could be a life path number 2 with the Judgment card, which is, or a life path number 14, which breaks down to a 5. I do feel like this person is realizing that everything that they've been resisting, they actually want. So if they've been resisting marriage, a connection which goes the distance and goes to the next level, like moving in with each other, or declaring one's love. I don't see what's wrong with saying marriage nowadays. It's almost like I feel like I have to say, a ceremonial. It doesn't matter. Like, it's not just about a contractual agreement. okay? Marriage is sacred, however you do it, in whichever culture. And I feel like this person wants that now. I feel like this person wants that now. I feel like this person wants to, they know that you merit a true relationship. But there's something in the gap here. And I don't feel like this is your energy, this heartbreak card. I feel like this person is battling with themselves. Remember, we had the Five of Wands? I feel like this person is battling with themselves, and this is quite a long reading. And they're knowing that deep down, as they look within themselves, that all of their resistance and all of their projections and all of their toxic, even like ways of showing affection, in a sense of like being too codependent. I don't feel like they are bad people at all. I don't feel like they've done anything like terrible towards you. I'm not picking up on that. I just feel like this person's been really hurt before, and I feel like they've had to go within for a minute and see how to mend their own wounds and to heal their own wounds. And maybe this was orchestrated with the help of an archangel in particular, an Elohim, a guide, a messenger, especially here with Archangel Gabriel. They've had some help healing their heart, healing emotional loss, healing abandonment, whatever it may have been. And so maybe that's why they're so heavily into committing themselves to work and throwing themselves into their career. So what are their actions towards you? What are their actions towards pile one, please, Spirit? What is this person's actions? For some of you, this person is realizing that they may be part of the LGBTQ plus community, and they may not have been, sorry, my hair is like everywhere. They may not have been true to themselves, and maybe this isn't even a romantic situation. Maybe this is your brother, your sister. Maybe this is even a family member. Maybe this is even your own son, your child. And there's something that you've said. I feel like it's something you've said or done or are. You're expressing this energy towards them, and they're realizing something. They're waking up to something. That they are in charge of their own destiny. And then they're realizing that maybe they don't want to be just, part of one community. They don't want to just be straight. They want to be themselves, and they want to be true to themselves. And that could be the gay community, that could be the queer community, that could be the lesbian, bisexual community, that could be the non-binary community, whatever it is. And I feel like they are learning how to be themselves. And it's painful for a lot of people, isn't it? We had, Studio 54 in New York, which was an amazing discotheque. And one of the owners had died because I think they themselves were conflicted about their sexuality. And they didn't want to admit it maybe to themselves. Maybe their parents already knew. They didn't want to admit it. And that could be very difficult for a lot of people, I mean, I think there's something very sad about that. And I feel like this person is battling with something. Now, this person may not have told you this, but you're picking up on it. This person may have experienced child's ABUSE. They may have experienced something very, very difficult in their childhood. And every relationship they've been in has been a projection of what they don't want. But you come in and you are a projection of what they do want. So what are their actions? Their next actions is to clear and clean their heart chakra and to know love truly from within. Yeah, that's what I'm picking up on for this person. I also do feel like there's partnership here that's coming in. I feel like it's more towards your energy. So for some of you, this person could be just wanting to have more harmony in their lives. They want to have a harmonic relationship, a positive partnership with you. But you may have said, look, there's an ultimatum here. If you don't love yourself, then I can't be in a relationship with you. You know, you may have said something like that. And so this person is getting therapy and they're getting help. We have the ship here. I feel like that you've been ships in the night, where you've just crossed paths over and over again. There's been a lot of travel, you know, here we have travel as well, and movement. And I don't feel like there's been adequate chosen time to spend with each other. We have number 10 and we have number 3. They could be a life path number 3 as well. That could be a sign for you. We have another 13 here. Where did I see? Oh, I thought I saw 13. We have the child here. Innocence, curiosity. Yeah, there's something here about their childhood, but there's also something very naive about them as well. They also want children with you, if that's something that you've wanted and you put your foot down on. They want a child with you. We have the mountain. There's been some sort of obstacle within the connection. You know, that's what I'm hearing is like there's been some sort of like argument or conflict between both of you. I feel like it was docile. There was like a docile fracas, like a docile conflict. It wasn't like a big burst of an explosive, heartbreaking situation. I feel like the heartbreak situation comes from within them, and that's something that they're healing. But there's something closing out here. There's a new cycle taking place here. And I feel like you're going to be overcoming this obstacle, pile 1, within your connection with this person. We have number 21 here, and we have the mountain. So mountains could also be significant. There could also be a trip towards a ski trip, or maybe you're going to be choosing pile 2, because we do have ski goggles here as well. So there could be some messages there. We have the 8 of Wands. There's going to be lots of communication. There's going to be healthy communication between both of you. This person is going to be actively speaking love. There's going to be words of affirmation. There's going to be affectionate gestures. There's going to be physical touch as well. If those are your love languages, they're going to be showing that towards you, pile 1. And I do see that there's going to be travel here and a new start to a new beginning in your connection for most of you. If not, you're going to be moving on. And the Fool card is also a child as well. And so I do see that children and the next level in your life is important. Okay, and if they don't fit the bill, I'm hearing, then they have to go. Is what I'm hearing. We have the sickle. We have another 10, and we have the page. The page of coins here in the vitrine. So yeah, I feel like for some of you, this person is also needing to cut out an ex or cut out a situation, or if there's a 3-party situation, which I'm not really getting for most of you, but if this is the case, this person is going to be ending either their emotional cords with a difficult toxic relationship that they've experienced, where they were just naysayers in love because of this terrible situation that had happened to them in another relationship or other relationships, or even a familial relationship within their own life where they may have had a difficult connection with their parents or something. Where they felt jaded, I'm hearing. So I feel like the next action that they'll be taking is moving on and moving into maturity, essentially, and cutting ties from the past in general. So that's what I have for you, pile 1. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. It's been a really interesting read. And I'm going to be moving on to pile 2. Okay. Please do press the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you'd like a private booking and you want to go deeper into your love situation or anything else, I also conduct shamanic healing sessions too. I also have a new booking, which is all about your natal chart, your abstract, and it is an abstract world, your astrological natal chart on the Abstract Medicine page on the website, where we go deeper into your personality, your character, etc., etc. Currently, I'm also really focusing on numerology on my studies right now, so I could also be offering that in the future, where I'll be offering a numerological divination reading too. Currently studying numerological, Kabbalistic numerology, etc., etc. So that could be something of interest to you. But at the moment, we have astral natal chart readings, we have tarot readings, Celtic cross, including the oracle cards and angel cards, And I also have the shamanic healing sessions too, which are about 1 hour and 20 minutes long maximum. So that's what I have for you. So pile 2, we're going to be moving on to pile 2. So let me just get situated. So, pile 2. Pile 2, for those of you who chose pile 2, welcome to your reading. Just cleansing the space. With some beautiful copal incense. So some of you may have come in from pile 1, which is totally fine. So let's have a look at your reading. So this person, I don't feel like you are in connection with this person. I feel like this person and you, I have this still from pile 1. I feel like this person and you have gone cold. I'm hearing cold as ice. She's willing to sacrifice. So I feel like you've given them a pretty bad impression, I would say, pile 2, because you did something that they weren't expecting. You moved on pretty quickly, either in a new connection, a new relationship, in a new life, a new chapter, or I feel like you dumped them, essentially. Okay, that's what I'm hearing, pile 2. So I feel like you and this person are not in contact. I feel like this person may be keeping an eye on you, pile 2. I think also if you've moved on, there's some sort of reluctance with you, because we have the 6 of Swords here, which is moving on reluctantly into calmer waters. But there's something kind of comforting about the fact that you still come back to this person mentally. I feel like there's actually a need to cut the cords with this person, pile 2, energetically. And I actually do feel like you would benefit from a shamanic healing session with me, where I clear the energy and connection with your other person that you were with. I also saw 42 on the timer, which is telling me that there is a divine reason for everything, and there's a divine reason for this particular situation that you're experiencing and dealing with, that you may not necessarily see right now. 42 is telling me that there is going to be a stable partnership in numerology. 42 is about, for me, a stable partnership, something where there is a solid foundation and a harmonic connection between both of you, where there's just a divine resonance and a true connection between both of you, where you're on the same page. I feel like whoever this person was, you were not on the same page with them, but for some reason, mentally, you go back to this person. I also do feel like you astrally travel to see them, maybe even through your dreams. And I feel like you're kind of having nightmares about how things ended with this person. That's what I'm picking up on. And I actually genuinely think that you need to move on from this person, pile 2. There's something not healthy about your connection with this person. There's something not healthy about the energy that you continue to go back to with the other person. I feel like you found it very, very difficult to act, even though physically on the outside you're showing that it's been easy to move on, but actually emotionally, and I'm not shading you, like I've been through this before myself, okay? So I see this, I recognize this because I've had this experience before. Is that pile 2, on the outside it looks like you got it together, that everything, you got it in the bag, that everything is kosher, everything is good, everything is solid, you're living your best life. But really deep down, in the early hours of the morning, or very, very late at night, your thoughts, your energy travels there. I actually heard your soul travels to see them and visit them, because there's a feeling of longing that you're experiencing right now, part 2. And, you know, with these ski goggles are showing me that you're pretending. You're pretending that you're doing the work to move on, but you're not actually not. And please don't take this as a criticism, because it's not a criticism, it's an observation. And so we just need to get you on track and on board and back on your A game, I'm hearing, is what my guides, the angels are telling me as well. We need to get you back on track on your A game, because even though you're trying to show that you've got it together and that you're faking it till you make it, you're not faking your angels. You're not duping them. And energetically, you're not really arriving to where you actually need to be physically, where you do make it. There's something here, there's a resistance here. And we're gonna see what that's about. Oh yeah, okay. So for some of you, you may have daddy issues. We have the Justice card and the Emperor, which are very, very powerful cards to come out at the very beginning of a reading, okay? So you're going through big changes right now. You're going through changes, which is that song as well, I'm going through changes. Some of you may be coming into your adulthood from adolescence. Although all of my readings are basically 18 plus. Aries energy, Libra energy here. I failed to mention, but there's always a reason for everything. In pile 1, I did pick up on a Libra energy. And I feel like this could also be you in this situation where you're wanting someone to see you from your actual perspective. Yeah, possibly. Let's have a look at these 2 cards. Yeah, you see how this card is like, has a mirror, which is here. So I've got it together on the outside on social media. 6 of Swords for me is also a social media card. I've got it together, I'm fine, I'm faking smiling. I'm not really, taking my smile all the way up to my eyelids. It's a fake smile, it's like only halfway. But really deep down, you're hurting, pile 2, you're hurting. And I think there's a need to release that pain, there's a need to release that hurt. Some of you yourselves could be throwing yourselves into work. Now the Emperor card is the energy of number 4, the number 4. So you could be a life path number 4. You could be dealing with someone who's a life path number 4. I'm also seeing number 11. Okay. I just need to see something because right now you're seeing the glass half empty, but you're not quite seeing that both are of the same thing. One glass is empty and one glass is full, but it's the same. It's the same. It's the same. Half empty, half full. It's the same. There's still a half in there. So I feel like you are part of the same. Everything that you've experienced is so that you can learn that it's part and parcel of the same. of the same, what is it of the same? Of the same energy. There could also be control issues happening here, where you are either too controlled with your emotions, and that's why you're visiting this person or someone that you're connected to in your energetic, lucid state. So you're not really showing your emotions. So maybe you're just focusing on your work. I also want to say with number 11, you know, you're someone who is, particularly if you have a life path number 11, or your name is a vibration of number 11. I mean, I can have a look at that for you. I probably will, to be honest with you, in the next month, create a booking on numerology and your personality type as well. There's also something that I've also, and it's going to be it's most probably going to be the Pythagorean numerological method. Which comes from Egypt, which is interesting here because we have the Ankh here on this person's arm. This person that you're dealing with may actually have an Ankh tattoo, or you yourselves may have that. But yeah, numerology starts in Egypt, essentially. First Nations of the African continent. You could be dealing with someone from the African diaspora, or you yourselves are. Maybe there was an issue here with a father in particular who was like, you can't be in a relationship with or connection with this person because they're dark skinned or because they're black, or they come from a different continent than you, when there's some sort of like cultural difference between you. And I feel like you're just gonna have to tell your dad or your family to F off on this one, because it's your own life, okay? And love is love, it doesn't see color. Also, there's no such thing. In terms of people, really, and this isn't, I've been called, you know, this is actually something that someone had said to me before, who I no longer speak with. She said to me once that I'm colorblind, which is an absolute nonsense thing to say. And again, it's like the glass is either half empty or half full, but it's actually the same of the same. It's part and parcel of the same thing. And so it doesn't matter what color you consider yourself to be on the outside, you're still the same on the inside. And to be honest with you, if you want to get really, really deep, on a DNA level, we're not necessarily all human. We're not. Because we have junk DNA, which is like, where does this junk DNA come from? It comes from other star systems, particularly if you are from the African diaspora. Or if you have, or if you have a particular resonance with Egypt, then you'll know. You know, the pyramids have this beautiful alignment with the Orion belt. And there's a reason why the pyramids of Giza are aligned like that. It's because they are connecting to their star family. So anyway, I could go on, but there's something important. There's an important mission for you, Pole 2. There's an important mission for you that you're needing to focus on. Okay, 10 of Wands. I feel like love right now is kind of a bit of a burden. Romantic love is a burden for you right now. You can't quite deal with it, but you are on a new cycle here with number 10, which is a 1. You're meant to be in leadership, number 1. You're meant to be in leadership. You could also be a life path number 6. 6 is the planet, is the number of Venus. There's something about you're creating things that are beautiful, whether it's art, whether it's interior design or something. You're creating things with beauty. And maybe you yourselves have had like issues about your face, your beauty. I'm also seeing someone who's Asian here. I'm seeing someone who's Chinese, Korean, Vietnamese, Taiwanese. Yeah. I'm not really seeing Japanese, but maybe Japanese. But there's a difference of race here, or culture. I feel, to be honest with you, I just heard unity consciousness. You're here to lead the way into unity consciousness. Pile 2. To be honest with you, I don't think it's really a time to really be focusing on romantic love. We have the Knight of Swords here. There's something here that you're meant to be saying and speaking into. 5 of Pentacles. And I don't feel like I think you're just coming in here, Pile 2, for an interesting reading, but it's actually energetically you're coming in for an actual life purpose reading, not a love reading. We have the 5 of Coins here, 5 of Pentacles. And I think it's got something to do with Spirit sees that you are part of the key to enlightenment for many people, which involves changing the paradigm, okay, shift of perception. I'll just say that again. Part 2, you're here meant to be living a life to change the paradigm of perception in this life. I spoke about junk DNA, I spoke about aliens, I spoke about perception, I spoke about race and how it doesn't really matter on the outside, it's who you are, and we're all pretty similar on the inside. And I spoke about how you're here to lead the way and master something, and you're here to create something very innovative, and you're here to bring in alignment and beauty. And that's why you don't fit in particularly, or you don't have quality relationships, because you're met with people over and over again who either want to control you, want to dim your light, break up with you, because they know that they can't arrive to the energy that you are naturally emitting, which is something that is very pure, innocent, true, and magical. I knew this was going to come out. We have the Magician, which is number 1 energy, you know, number 1. You're not of this world, Pile 2. Pile 2, you're not of this world. You are magical, and you're here to lead. That's the energy of number 1, by the way, in numerology. You're here to lead, you're here to innovate, you're here to create, you're here to initiate so many people. Now, my name is a number 1, so I resonate with this energy. Okay, so it's difficult sometimes because you want to be in a connection with someone who's also a leader, but sometimes that can be difficult to find or attract. No, difficult to find, Spirit is saying. But actually, I do see there is someone here with the Magician, the Knight of Swords, and the Emperor, and even the Justice card, who is actually matching your energy. And I think you just need the eyes to see and take your goggles off and see that this person actually is a true match, and this is someone you are attracting. And I don't know whether you know them already. King of Cups. This person could be someone that you already know. This person is already in love with you. This person has a lot of love for you. And this person, I think, is going to come in once you have fully moved away from your past. Ace of Pentacles. I do see an offer here of love coming in for you, a connection, a meetup, a date, a new beginning, a new start with this person. Now, there could be a cultural difference between both of you, or racial difference, whatever it is. But I do see that, you know, there is a partnership here. You will be able to, if you haven't just yet, you'll be able to find the oneness within yourself here. Now, the one in numerology is ruled by the sun, and you're meant to be in the spotlight. The sun is an amplifier of heat, of nourishment, of new life. It's also the energy of childhood, innocence, creativity as well. And this is a leader, not a follower. And I feel like once you detach yourselves from the past or a past connection, you will recognize that you are that. You are actually the sun. And I feel like this person is also recognizing that too. I feel like you're actually mirroring each other right now, energetically, at this time, the time of this reading. You are mirroring each other. This is a timeless reading anyway, but at the time of this reading right now, I'm tuning into two people who are actually mirroring each other because you're part and parcel of the same. I feel like you're both star seeds. I think you're both from the same star system. And I think you're both leaving the past behind right now. And you've completed a cycle and you are being initiated into a new life, and you're being started up to initiate others. So I feel like that's through leadership. Now that could be through a new idea that you're creating, a new project that you're creating that's really going to spark a lot of interest, a lot of money, a lot of finances. And I think that you have, and you're recognizing right now that you're very, very magnetic, and you will be attracting great investors at this time. So you need to let the past go. I don't feel like it's just about love. I feel like it's, generally speaking, you need to let the past go completely so that you can just move into the new chapter. And I think that you're learning also to let go of lack mentality here with the 5 of coins. And you're going to be learning that you are actually abundant, and whatever you touch turns into gold. You're recognizing that actually everything that you have done and everything that you are about to do is going to be amplified in a bigger sense. It's going to be amplified tenfold. So you're realizing that you have great manifestation abilities, and you're going to be using that manifestation ability for the good, I'm hearing, in your career in particular. And that's also going to attract your destined partner for the long run. This is someone you're going to be getting married to. This is someone you're going to have children with, you're going to have a family with. This is someone who will match you as someone who is self-healed. And you both just come into each other's life as perfect union within yourselves. So we could be dealing with a twin flame dynamic possibly, but it doesn't have to be that if you resonate with that kind of idea. But I think, or energy. I do feel like this is definitely a soul connection. You're here to both lead the way. I am picking up on a power couple, actually. Right now, things aren't moving in terms of your love life. I feel like a lot of you are single, and I feel like there's something here about the fact that you just need to just move on and to find harmony and love and beauty within yourself at the moment, and just focus on your career, focus on what makes you happy, focus on abundance, and just be unequivocally you, true to yourself. I do see communicators here. I also saw 333 on the timer here. So I do feel like you're heavily guided and protected, pile 2. I think you have gained great mastery, and I think you have amazing masters in your periphery, in your spiritual periphery. I do think that these beings are guiding you into the next ascension in your life. And I feel like you're clearing out a lot of karma, to be honest with you, pile 2. I feel like this has mainly been a life purpose reading for you, pile 2, but it's, whatever comes in, comes in. There could also be a visit to Egypt that is being manifested for you. Okay, so yeah, we have the 8 of Pentacles. So right now, the infinity energy here is number 8. So you're about to come into great abundance. You're about to come into great financial wealth, pile 2. But it's right now you're putting the work in order to create that. We need to match the energy that we are wanting not just about faking it until we make it. We need to actually energetically match the energy that we are wanting, we're desiring, we are experiencing. And how we do that is through understanding that we are infinite, we are abundant, we are not human, and so it's just ignore the fact that we are just human, because being human sometimes can be very, very debilitating. We see limitations, you know, and Pole 2, what we are seeing right now, Pole 2, I really resonate with your energies, is that we are infinitely abundant. Whatever we are attracting in the physical, okay? So we are seeing that we are gods creating what it is that we get to experience and to be, because we are already being it. Be, do, have. In order to have what we want, we have to be it first. There's no point at coming to the arrival or pretending that we're going to the arrival fast and quick. I'm going to move on. I'm going to show that to everyone I've moved on. No, that is not the right philosophy. Your guides are coming in, being channeled here to tell you that the right philosophy is to be it first, to do it, put it into action, study, work, nurture, then you will have it. But first of all, we need to be it first. We need to be in the energy first before we arrive to it and have it, if that makes sense. So whatever you're wanting right now, I feel like this was meant to be, you know, the title of this whole video is how is this person feeling about you and what are their actions, essentially. But really, I've tapped into the energy of your spirit guides telling you about your life purpose and the energy that needs to shift here. We have the Three of Cups. Can you see the celestial star system here? And I spoke about Orion's belt, and I spoke about Egypt. And we have star beings here. You know, you're part of a galactic situation. Now, for some of you, you may really resonate with my channeling Commander Ashtar videos. Now, Commander Ashtar is a commander, a general, essentially, of the Galactic Federation. And you may be part of the council. You're here to bring in a new earth, Pile 2. And yes, your lover will come in. I feel like this person is someone who may be darker skinned than you, maybe from a different culture from you, possibly. They're very attractive. They're very, 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 very magnetic themselves, very attractive. They're very driven. They know exactly what they want. They could have Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries in their chart, in particular Aries. But I also see Libra energy here, as well as Gemini energy, possibly even Virgo. But it doesn't matter about that. It doesn't, like, what I'm saying here, all of this stuff that I'm saying, this isn't just your run-of-the-mill romance reading, or even your run-of-the-mill romance, Pile 2. This situation, Pile 2 for you, is calling you into action about how you get to live the rest of your life. And Spirit is telling you to level up, and to see that you're part and parcel of the same thing, but different. Now, there is a difference between that, if you really know. I would say also to be a bit of a wizard, to go deep into your spirituality, to go deep into your, I just heard alchemy. You're alchemizing, you're crystallizing something new. And this is a new version of who you are, and actually who you really are on a soul level. And you're going to be showing that and sharing that with the world. There's no time or space to play things, to play life, to play the game of life small, I'm hearing. You're beyond the tarot cards. You are beyond astrology. You are beyond numerology. You know all of this already. You have so much knowledge within your DNA. You have so much knowledge within your soul that you are beyond all of that, because you have infinite knowledge about so many things. So many things, and you get to share at least a few parts of that to those who want to hear it. Pile 2. There's the energy of piles of wisdom here too. I do feel like there is someone who's going to be matching you. Spirit is like, don't give them a love reading. don't give pile 2 a love reading because they don't really need it. Yeah, there is a lover coming in. There is a true connection coming in. The lover's here. You're going to get married here, the 4 of Wands. We see that here with the Emperor anyway and the King of Wands. But right now with the alchemy energy, you're kind of needing to be a bit of a loner and needing to be alone so that you can just continue to alchemize. You're going through a death and rebirth cycle at this time. Scorpio energy, maybe you have lots of placements in Scorpio or have strong Pluto placements, or your dominant planet is Pluto. And we have the Hermit. So right now it's about being single, or at least being in the energy of solitude, maybe going to an ashram. I just saw 111 on the timer. You're in the energy of the initiate so that you can initiate others. So you're needing to go into the cave. This is actually currently my energy, which is really interesting. So there's that energy so that you can then get that back to you in kind. That's money, that's the true love connection. This isn't just any old relationship. This isn't you going on the dating pool, dating website. You're gonna have the person that you're going to be in partnership with. You're gonna be both teaching the message I'm hearing together and individually, but you'll be together and you'll be doing that. There's no doubt about it. But if you have doubt, then fine. If you don't do the inner work, then that's not going to happen for you. And like Spirit is like, be true to who you are. Cleanse your energy, cleanse the people that you frequent, cleanse friendships, cleanse your diet. I just saw 1111 on the timer. You're entering a completely new stage and you're leveling up energetically. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you, pile 2. I mean, it's a very powerful reading. I'm getting chills as I'm saying this. But to be honest with you, something very interesting about the next stage in your life. We have the grave. Yeah, there is a life dying within you, essentially, in order to enter a new life, a new stage in your life. Pile 2 is what I'm seeing. You might have some fears coming up for you, but this is now a time to release those fears. You're also realizing that life on this planet is an illusion, it's Maya. And you have a very strong connection with the moon cycles as well. I'll just say that. You're about to anchor yourselves into your true soul calling, pile 2. And I do see a beautiful partnership coming in, but that happens once you really come into alignment with who you are. That's all I have for you, pile 2. It's been a beautiful reading. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll be moving on to the next pile. Thank you so much. Bye for now. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. So for those of you who chose pile 3, so let's see about your specific person and how they feel about you and what's going on in the connection and possibly their actions. Those of you who picked the water container and the King of Swords card, then this is going to be your reading. Pile 3. So pile 3, for those of you who picked this card or this pile, I feel like this person has gained clarity over the situation between you and them. I feel like they've really come to a higher understanding about you and your connection with them. This person also feels very at ease with you. And I feel like this person also sees you as someone who's very imaginative, intelligent, and observant and wise. so much so that neither of you are willing to just throw caution to the wind. You've gained a lot of experience in life, and this person really respects that, and also respects the fact that you don't just give yourselves to people easily, that you're someone to admire and respect and work for, which means that this person sees you as someone who they know that it's not going to be easy to win your favor, because you have been through many difficult, challenging relationships. Pile 3. This person may have a dragonfly, a crow, a bat, or an owl as a guide, or as a tattoo, as a totem symbol even. But the aspects of themselves that they're showing is that they are a little bit distant from you at this time. I just saw 222 on the timer, which is my indicator of true love in numerology. There's a distance between you. Maybe the connection between you has gone a bit cold, or someone has drunk the Kool-Aid. I just get from this card that this person has seen that they themselves are their own hero, and maybe they feel like they need to come out a little bit out of their shell. And maybe, there's a lot of blue energy here, which is telling me that maybe they need to just be a little bit more communicative, and say the truth about their true feelings, and maybe be less icy with you. Pile 3, I keep wanting to say pile 2. The Tower card. Maybe you said something about their ego, pile 3, that was really shocking to them, but maybe they needed to hear it. And they're seeing that actually they give thanks for the fact that you did check them on their ego, because if it hadn't happened, then they wouldn't have transformed into true wisdom and true mastery within themselves, which means that they themselves would not have realized that they were operating from the mind space, which is here. Swords energy is the mind, but they needed to redirect their lives, I'm hearing. The winds are redirection of change. The winds and the winds is air energy, sword energy. You could be dealing with a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. I'm picking up on, Gemini, Aries, or Aquarius. I said Aries, okay. Gemini or Aquarius or Libra, where they may just be very cool and calm and collected, but maybe, and it doesn't matter what zodiac sign they are, it's just the energy that they're giving off. Maybe you said that they were too much in their head, or their mind, or their ego, and I feel like it kind of disrupted their ego a little bit. Picking up on Leo energy as well, as a man, masculine energy. Leo is masculine energy here. And Leos don't want to be told bad things about their person or their persona, because they get bruised, their ego gets bruised. So that could be significant here. We have the Queen of Cups, which is your energy. We have the Six of Cups, which is the energy between both of you. We have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, exactly. So this person was not showing affection. They were quite stingy with how they were showing affection with you. and this isn't about love languages, this is just about the fact that they just weren't demonstrating in any case or capacity their feelings towards you. And what I'm picking up on is that you have actually not been in communication about this truth from your heart space. You already know that you have deep feelings for this person with the Queen of Cups. I do feel like this person is going to come back around, and I do think that you're dealing with someone from your past. We have the Devil card, which to me is telling me that actually this is someone that you know that this person, okay, so pole 3, you are very psychic and clairvoyant, and clairsentient, or whatever it is, very psychic, very intuitive, and you know that this person has the hots for you. You just know it, pole 3, but they haven't admitted this truth to you. This person is also seeing that you came in out of nowhere, and they were, I think, scared that they were going to be trapped in a relationship quickly. They were all, look, we have a Queen of Swords underneath that. So this is your energy too. They know that you are also being cold and distant with them, but they also know that you are sending messages through your guides, whether they are crows or some sort of creature that is sending the message to them. They're being reminded of you constantly, is what I'm hearing, and your heart is closed off from them at this time. So I actually don't feel like you've been in a relationship with this person. I feel like this is more, maybe feels like a friend, and I feel like both of you know that there's a lot of attraction between both of you. This is our second major arcana. We have the Tower and the Devil card, where there's a lot of passion, and I think that this person is having many intimate dreams about you and you about them, and you find yourselves together in some sort of universe. You do. You see, both of you, you find yourselves together in a universe where you know that you're together and you're growing old with each other as well. I feel like both of you are beyond the age of 30, 40 age group, particularly late 30s, early 40s, mid 40s, and maybe even early 50s for some of you. That's what I'm seeing. We have the Magician card, which also came out in pole 2. So you could be getting some messages from pole 2 here as well. And we have the 8 of Pentacles here. Yeah. For some of you, you've really moved away and you've walked away from a situation that was just painful to deal with. A wishy-washy, I'm hearing, and conflictual, and you moved away towards your destiny. Some of you may have even traveled abroad or are working abroad at this time in order to hear the resonance of your soul's calling. There is a true partnership behind the scenes that's going to be taking place, and this is going to be a real emotional experience for you. You're basically completing something. You're completing a pattern, pole 3. You are completing a pattern, pole 3, where you're no longer rushing into relationships or connections or like falling in love or giving your heart away easily. You may have dealt with a Gemini or Cancer or Aquarius in your past, and as their sun sign, and this person just wasn't willing to commit, so you moved on and moved away. You said adios, I'm hearing. You said goodbye. You made a prayer to your guides or to the stars, and your prayer was to have a committed, romantic, loving relationship where you both end up being married to each other and in alignment with each other, where both of you match each other, but you're not wanting anything from each other other than being with each other. And so in the meantime, you've been nourishing yourself, you've been working hard, you've been, there's quite a few crossovers from pile 2 as well. You've been traveling maybe, you've been dealing with your own traumas, or you may have been through some sort of experience that was very enlightening for you. You're out there having fun with people, you're out there making new friends, you're out there going to festivals, you're out there listening to music, you're out there dancing on your own, you spend time on your own. I think a lot of you are my natural loners, introverts, and you're dealing with your own sense of lack of self-worth, and your competitive streak. You're also releasing false ideas about who you are. You're releasing false illusions. You're releasing illusions about who you are in the world and actually who you get to be. I just saw 1221 on the timer and 222. There's definitely a true love connection coming in for you. I feel like this person is very, very hard to read, pile 3. If this is someone that you have on your mind, I mean, you do have someone on your mind here, but I feel like this person is very hard to read. They're very good with having a poker face. They're very good at not showing how they feel about you. But I want to go deeper into it. How do they feel about pile 3? Page of Cups. Yeah, they feel wistfully, blissfully in love with you. There's a lot of this is very different energies. They're feeling very romantic. They're feeling very romantic. They're feeling very sweet. They want to sweep you off your feet, but you don't know any of this. And they know that they need to do something about how they feel about you because not much action has taken place here. They haven't shown you. They haven't shown you that they actually like you in that way. And I feel like you like them in that way. And I feel like you both know that you are a great match for each other. They're in their head at the moment, 5 of Swords. They're in their head, they don't know how to approach the situation. I feel like here in the 5 of Swords, in this particular situation, I feel like they don't know whether you like them in that way. They don't know whether you would receive it well if they told you and expressed to you how they truly feel. They don't know if they're scared of rejection, basically, is what I'm hearing. They're scared of rejection, pile 3. They're scared of rejection. I just heard they're scared of being persecuted. Now, some of you, this person themselves could also be, if you are someone who's very intuitive or even a psychic, a witch or a wizard, this person is very scared about opening up to you about their spiritual gifts. I don't know why that is, because I feel like you are also someone who's very witchy, someone who's very intuitive and psychic. And we have the 9 of Swords, which makes a lot of sense. I feel, to be honest with you, I feel here in the 9 of Swords, I feel like they're just getting over, someone. They're getting over a karmic relationship, a karmic ex. They're getting over continual cycles of unworthiness and attracting people who make them play small or feel small. They're getting over control issues. They're getting over people who control them. Now, this person could be a life path number 16, which came out earlier, which is a life path number 7, which again is a very spiritual, very spiritually connected person. I feel like I want to get my notebook, one moment. So this person could be a musician, or they love to connect and communicate through music. This person's voice is beautiful. It's very lovely. It's in the same tonal range as yours. And this person may also speak the same language as you, by the way. This person is releasing self-judgment. They're releasing control. This person could also work in the government, or they have some sort of authority in their job. I'm just looking at the number 7 as a numerological sign. This person, I feel like their connection with spirit is actually really connected with either Judaism or even going deeper with Kabbalah. I also feel like this person is very connected to Jesus Christ's energy. They may have actually had a Christ consciousness awakening, by the way, as well. This person has a very heavy connection, constant connection with the archangels, I would say, as well. And I would say with number 7, the planet that they work with is, contrary to many people's beliefs along with the tarot, is actually Neptune. So they have very, very, very deep feelings. This is very Neptunian energy, is very Piscean, and again, it's like they're giving you the illusion that they're not interested, but they are interested, is what I'm seeing here. Pile 3. I do feel like they want to communicate. They really, really, really want to communicate, and they want to show you through physical intimacy how they feel about you. Now, you could also be having dreams about this person. You could be having dreams about you both intimately connecting with each other. I feel like either you or both of you have had a past life regression, and this may have been done consciously on your own because you have the power and that gift to do that. I just saw 1818 on the timer as well. There is definitely an infinite connection there's an infinity loop between both of you. You're both very, very connected with each other. You're part of the same soul group, the same soul tribe. You're here to lead. You're here to lead by example. I am seeing a power couple here in its initial stage coming in. I do feel like you both know each other. You're in some sort of connection, but I don't feel like you are in a relationship with this person. And we have the Lovers. Yeah, so this person definitely wants to show you physical intimacy. They want to show you physically how they feel about you. They have a deep desire to connect with you physically. But this means that it's a connection that is physical, emotional, and spiritual in a good way. This is a very, very tantric kind of love making. And this is someone who, Gemini or Sagittarius possibly, somehow there's a polarity between both of you, but you match each other very well, or you will be matching each other very well. I am picking up on particular heterosexual connection, and I see that there is going to be a lot of communication between both of you in the physical, intimate experience, where I feel like even their hand on you, you're taken to another lifetime where you were together. So the connection with you both is very transformative and psychic, and even physically, like you touch each other or you connect with each other on a physical touch, and you just are quantum leaping into other dimensions, other realities. This is a very beautiful, sacred connection. I do feel like there's a lot of obsession between both of you. There's a lot of hypnotic energy between both of you. I feel like you're both obsessed by each other. And I think both of you are worrying about, silly things where you're worried that you're both going to be rejected somehow, but you're not. You're both actually desiring each other. Right now, pile 3, this person is just working on their self-worth, and they're also working on their harvest. They're waiting on something that they have been working very hard on, 7 of Pentacles, in their career, and they're just waiting. It's just not quite the right time right now. Give it a few months. Give it 3 months, I'm hearing. the next 3 years of your life as well are also going to be very significant within this connection. I do feel like this is a destined partnership, and both of you are learning how to release wounds about your past and about your self-worth. Also even releasing disappointment with things not playing out at the right time. But this person, again, look, we have the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. This person really does see you as a true match here. They see you as very loving. They see you as very, very loving, sweet, and also independent. They see you as a catch as well, pile 3. But I feel like they want to take you out on a date. I feel like they want to take you out on a date. They want to take you out for a drink and actually spill the tea. They're going to be sharing how that's why they haven't communicated with you, because they needed to like meditate and learn and figure out on themselves, by themselves, how they actually feel about this connection, because I think that they were sort of shocked to meet you or shocked to get to know you, and it wasn't quite the right time. I feel like this person, to be honest with you, I feel like this person knows that you are the one. 22 on the timer here. But it wasn't quite the right time. You had to meet at the right time, but it wasn't quite the right time for this connection to move to the next stage. And I feel like the next time that you meet, they're going to be showing you how they really feel, and they want to like be emotionally available, be emotionally open. Now, this is not their usual modus operandum, by the way. It's just not. But with you, they feel like they need to be like that. They need to be emotionally open. They also want to be immediately in a connection with you, where they don't string you along, where there isn't like an in and out situation, where there isn't, you know, a back and forth. They just want to commit. They want to commit and they want to make you yours, and, you know, be tied up with you in one way or another. We have the rider here in the Lenormand card. This is someone who is a messenger, someone who is also very in love, someone who may wish to travel towards you as well. Again, they're going to be making moves towards you. You don't have to do anything, pile 3, by the way. If you're worried, you don't have to do anything. They will come towards you. This is the lover. This is a new person, someone who's very young in appearance, someone who has a lot of high principles. This is the one. We have number 1 here. And yeah, I feel like they manifested you and you turned up. So they're kind of surprised by that. We have the anchor. There's going to be a relationship. There's going to be a solid connection between both of you. There's definitely something that is going to be stabilized in this connection between you both. They want stability with you. They're releasing anything that weighed them down before, and they do see you as everything, as the everything that they've always wanted. The be all and end all. They see you as perfect. There's nothing that you need to do or change or anything like that. You just keep doing you. I feel like they recognized you when you met the first time, maybe over a drink the first time. They recognized you from another lifetime. Pile 3. We have the grave and the lilies. We have another number 8. So they could be a life path number 8. They could also be working on their money right now. They're about manifesting money, about manifesting finances. And so you, pile 3. You could be seeing 888, or they could be seeing 888. And that reminds them of you somehow. You could also have like a tattoo, which is an infinity loop, or your brand name has a loop in there, or a number 8. I do see that there is some sort of transformation taking place here. I just heard there's going to be the end of singledom for you, so get ready, because I see that you're both going to be in a connection. They could also be offering you flowers or bringing flowers towards you. They're wanting to be a bit more creatively expressive with how they feel about you, and they're wanting to, I mean, you know, lilies are usually flowers that you leave on a grave, but I actually think that you're both putting an end to being single, And I think in particular for you, if you are the recipient of this energy, you're going to be asked out on a date, and then you're going to be essentially getting into a connection with them, in a relationship with them. So this is really the time to kind of embrace and experience the beauty and the magic of being single at this time. But I feel like, to be honest with you, that like this is going to be your last relationship. And we have the King of Swords here in the vitrine in this card. So again, it's another mirror that this person is going to be someone who is emotionally kind of less expressive than what you're normally accustomed to. But really, this person's going to be different from anything that you've experienced before, and this person has a lot of affection. This person is, you know, this is giving me, it's giving me the energy of David Beckham. So David Beckham obviously is a very good looking man. You know, it doesn't matter what kind of era he experiences, whether it's him having a beard or having not a beard or shaving, like he really did bring about this kind of like trend. He was a trendsetter in a world, in the football world, it was not usual, it was very unusual, you know, and he ended up marrying Victoria Beckham. So, you know, she's also that energy too, where they're both kind of like, they're quite sarcastic and they're quite witty, but they're not necessarily emotionally expressive, and particularly him. And I think, to be honest with you, it's more giving the energy of shyness. So I feel like he has the same energy as your person. And, you know, he also said, like, that's the woman I want to marry. And it wasn't quite the right time. And then, you know, she turned up at his football match, and then again, and then she had a drink and had a bit more kind of, let's say, Dutch courage, and gave him her number, phone number, and he called her. So sometimes you just have to bite the bullet. And that is what this person is learning. They're coming into maturity. This is what's making them really a man. Is particularly if they are a masculine energy, or a man like in a heterosexual connection with you, that's going to be in a heterosexual connection with you. This person is straight. If that's the case, I do see that there's going to be a lot, there's a persona on the outside and an actual truth on the inside. I feel like both of you are kind of in the public eye, but there's something about your connection within behind closed doors. It's going to be very, very sacred and wholesome and traditional. And I think that's what's going to be coming in for you, pile 3. I think the next actions are going to be, they're going to be asking you out on a date, and maybe even this person is going to be offering you or giving you flowers, gifting you flowers. And to be honest with you, you're just going to be in a connection immediately, you know, and be immediately. So they're just kind of getting out of their head a little bit. They're just working on self-worth issues and kind of feelings of rejection. But again, they just know that you're destined to be in their life, because you're both part of the same soul tribe here with the stars. Again, this is someone who is very public facing, and so are you. You're very well known for whatever it is that you do, you're well known for it. And they know that stars need to shine together. That's what I'm hearing. They're also receiving a lot of signs about you, pile 3. And they're like imagining what it would be like to be with you physically and intimately. And again, we have the 6 of Cups here, and number 16. So the 6 of Cups, you know, this is someone from your past, but also they feel this past life connection with you, this soul bond with you. And the 16 is the Tower. So they're recognizing that you are actually the one. To be honest with you, pile 3, that's kind of all I have for you at this time. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. Please do press the like button, subscribe to the channel. And if you would like a reading with me, then you can book directly on the website under the Abstract Medicine page, which is the healing page. And there's also shamanic healing sessions if you want to go deeper into your love question, and you can book a reading with me. There's all types of bookings there, including the astral natal chart reading, which is all about your astrology and your personality type and your character, which is new. And I also provide mediumship as well. But that being said, I will leave you here. Please check other videos on the channel Abstract Medicine, and go ahead and follow Abstract Medicine on Instagram as well. Thank you so much. God bless. Take care. Bye for now. Ciao.